Stepping on stage at an award show while intoxicated and downplaying the award of one streamer while trying to uplift another is not a good way to be a positive influence as an influencer to the younger generation. What's up everybody, what's on the menu? Back at again with another video, and this time we're here to talk about content creator India Love criticizing up and coming streamer Rakai. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I just want to say shout out to everybody who got the channel to over 100 subscribers. It's been an honor, I appreciate it, and can't wait to keep pumping out great content like this for you guys. And as always, don't forget to like the video if you like it, don't if you don't, and if you like more social media and pop culture related videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get started. Popular female content creator India Love, who's been known since the Tumblr days for her above-average beauty, recently criticized young streamer Rakai about his comments made about an individual while he was streaming for one of his content events.
Are you a man?
No.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Like
When they was talking
Marty said you're a man.
after he tried to hit on me, that's crazy work. So that's what he.
When I was watching Rakai's clips, because I didn't get to watch the actual stream from his boarding school, I was disappointed at the fact that, like, why are you choosing to the way he was speaking to girls about girls, the way they were speaking to the teachers about the teachers. It's like, when you're someone of influence, you gotta understand your role in life, but take that influence serious. Like, people probably watch Rakai and think it's okay to talk to their peers and talk to girls like that and talk to teachers like that. And I did not like that. Like, I get his personality, don't get me wrong. I get that he's a kid, don't get me wrong. But he gotta understand who he is to the world. It's not just about making somebody laugh, it's about your character and people seeing who you are as a young man. And I really didn't like how they was like talking to the girls, treating the girls, how they was talking about them when they wasn't around. That shit was not cute. It wasn't a good example. He's not leading by a good example, and I really did not like that. I'm gonna just say it.
After Rakai saw India Love's response to the way he streamed, Rakai had a response of his own towards India Love's statements.
Listen, BBL demon. Stop. What's up? Stop, don't do that, bro. Stop. Don't do that, bro. Don't be disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. For real, bro. I'm not disrespectful. I'm saying. Because I'm cool with her. I thought I was cool with her too. I just called her. I just called her. I said I like the. If we put all that powder in my eyes.
After seeing Rakai's response video, India Love then made another follow-up video to Rakai's video, and that made Rakai call India Love in response to try and clear the air between the two of them.
When did anybody disrespect the girl? Well, you named it first. You said it first when you called her a man and said she
I didn't call her a man. I asked, are you a man?
Okay, and then wasn't that said multiple times?
No. I said, are you a man? She said no. That's it.
Did your friends prolong the joke? I feel like the joke was prolonged a couple times.
No, I just.
I could be wrong. I'm basing it off clips. And you have every right, like you said, it's content, but at the same time, you are a big influence on the world. So it's like people and kids and teenagers look up to you. So it's like there's a borderline between content and then you being an influence on a younger generation.
India Love did have some solid points about Rakai being a very influential person in the content creation space right now. He's a streamer who got put on by Kai Cenat in his mid-teens when he was about 15 or so, and he's been blowing up in the streaming world ever since. He's created a number of clips since he's entered the streaming world, and he's been known to be quite infamous for all the antics he has on stream. He's still relatively young, only being 17 years old, and he has a lot of room to grow mentally and in the content creation space. He tends to get away with a lot because he is quite young, and people are chalking it up to the fact that he is young and he has a lot to learn. Because Rakai is still under the age of 18 years old and can use his age as a scapegoat for his questionable content creation methods, India Love, in her adulthood, has done some questionable content creation things herself that aren't as excusable because she's older than Rakai. After Rakai and India ended their phone conversation, Rakai brought up a clip from the Streamer Awards from the end of 2025 where India Love, while intoxicated, hopped up on stage and talked about how he should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and said that he didn't comment on her doing something she shouldn't have since she is about 12 to 13 years his senior.
I appreciate you.
All right, bro. Is that influence right there? What? Go on stage because
Okay, bro. Goddamn, bro. It's like,
no, exactly.
Okay, bro.
Then I go on the internet and say, oh my God, India Love. India Love. You have a lot of influence. Why would you do that? I didn't do that. I'm running my business. Fuck.
Stepping on stage at an award show while intoxicated and downplaying the award of one streamer while trying to uplift another is not a good way to be a positive influence as an influencer to the younger generation. A few months after that incident, India Love was seen inside a UPS store while filming content and was politely asked by the UPS worker to stop filming because it was not allowed in store, and instead of politely leaving the store without any fuss, she then catches an attitude and as she's leaving the store, name calls the worker who politely asked her to leave the store and not film.
Okay. just waiting. I'm not filming. I'm waiting.
It's not recording, right, guys?
No, ma'am.
Because you're live then.
Mhm.
Can you please take it off?
Okay, I'm just waiting for her to grab her stuff. So.
No worries, but I need that up in there. Or you can step outside, please.
Okay. You can go sit outside, yeah. Okay, God bless you. You as well, ma'am. She's a weirdo. She did not have to do all that. She's a fucking weirdo. Girl, your lady kicked me out. She's a fucking bitch. Whoever the fuck that was. No.
Calling the worker of a store a bitch and a weirdo because they politely asked you to not record inside the store several times while not being mean to you at all is weirdo behavior in itself. I could probably give some grace to India if the worker was being mean and very abrasive towards India, but she was being quite nice, said please, and asked several times in a very calm manner for her to leave the store and to not record inside. Then there was a time that India Love actually started an OnlyFans, and the only reason she stopped was because her brother and her mom were being negatively affected by her OnlyFans account.
$1 million from OnlyFans.
Love it.
Okay.
That was something that I was intrigued by.
Okay.
And once I'm intrigued by something, I'm not gonna stop thinking about it. I'm not gonna leave it alone. I posted very racy, raunchy pictures on my Instagram before, like in my 20s and like early teens and shit. Like I was just popping it, you know what I'm saying? But then as time went by, I also was like exposed and exploited by somebody, and my news was already out there on the internet. So my mindset with starting my OnlyFans at the time, and this was very immature of me, it was like, shit, they already seen it already, so shit, why not? Why not give them like, okay, now I don't post bikini pictures and I don't post pictures like that on my Instagram, go to my OnlyFans. And then my OnlyFans, I've never opened my, like I've never had no crazy ass shit. It was very much pictures, and you see my a couple times, you see my ass a couple times, but it was very much like I regulated it the way I wanted to, because I know people go crazy with whatever you put out there on the internet.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was just so much good money. I'm like, this is boom, boom, this, I'm loving it. Bikini pictures, like it wasn't even shit that was like, had to be like all that, whatever, and they was going up, paying for it, like tipping, all that shit. I was getting so much money monthly. I was like really just so happy, was on a high. And then one day my mom calls me crying, and she's like, my little brother got into a fight at school, and don't tell him I told you, but like guys are, like the kids are teasing him about like having your OnlyFans pictures and shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
That broke me. I don't even want to cry. That broke me, because like that's my baby. Like I raised him, and like the last thing I want him to feel like is like embarrassed of me, ashamed of what I'm doing. Any that really like that's to the core of me. I can't have that.
Yeah.
While India does admit that it was quite immature of her to actually start an OnlyFans in the first place, I believe that's also something that should be considered when she's talking about negative influence towards the youth. A lot of people are quite aware of the fact that OnlyFans can be a very large wealth generator, especially for young women. There have been several celebrities who've garnered millions of dollars off of their OnlyFans earnings just within the first few hours or days of them even launching their OnlyFans channel. Daniel Bergoli, also known as Bad Baby or Catch Me Outside Girl, was known to garner a large amount of money from the first day of launching her OnlyFans. Hearing stories about women making millions of dollars off of OnlyFans like Daniel Bergoli and India Love only teaches young women that they can garner a large amount of money by selling their bodies online, and that's not really a positive message or influence you want to be having on the youth. Overall, I get the message that India was trying to convey to Rakai. He's a young man who's very popular in the streaming world, and he's very influential to the youth today. A lot of the things that he does on stream can be things that kids see and want to imitate, whether they be real or not, and that could have a negative impact on how the youth perform in the future going forward. But for her to speak on things like that and have the past that she does, especially since some of her antics were as recently as 6 to 7 months ago, it's not really the best place for someone like her to be talking about Rakai and how influential he has been and can be to the next generation and those watching him right now. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Rakai should actually listen to India Love and her critique about how he should move and really be a better influence to those watching him right now? Or do you think that India Love isn't the right person to talk about how Rakai should move and she should really kind of mind her own business? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Deuces.